Hello everyone, I'm Mike Quackenbush, your Director of Fun here at the Wrestle Factory for Free Match Monday. Dead ahead, you're going to see in the ring from our Season 15 event Shock and Awe, two Wrestle Factory graduates go head to head. It's Eddie Kingston versus Drew Gulak. Well, Challenge of the Immortals action taking the ring right now, unscheduled or at least unannounced in advance anyway. Drew Gulak representing the Gentlemen's Club in there with Eddie Kingston of the Snake Pit. Both their teams have 2 points right now. A win here would put their team in the lead. I am really intrigued to see these two go at it. Talk about a clash of styles here. Drew Gulak so proficient down on the mat. Eddie Kingston a striker through and through. Right,
an interesting battle we have listed in front of us here, Mike. A very nice treat for all the United Staters here, and perhaps us as well as we get to call this contest.
Eddie Kingston a little reluctant to tie up. He wants to box. That, of course, is his background. He has a boxing background. Amateur wrestling background, of course, to Drew Gulak. Look at this down there.
Feeling each other out there, waiting to take the first strike. And it might be, nope. There we go.
These two have not met in about 10 years, give or take, inside the ring. Drew Gulak and Eddie Kingston. Very intriguing singles contest here on a very hot day in Indianapolis.
Here we go.
Brother's going to try fighting down on the mat, reminiscent of Antonio Inoki, the way he took on Muhammad Ali, but the roles were reversed. I would have expected to see Gulak from that fighting stance down below. That lockup yielded no result. Gulak, I really like the way that he kind of stalks his prey there in the ring. He doesn't give anybody an inch to breathe. He's oppressive with his offense.
Right,
he smothers you in the ring.
Which is why I think Eddie was on his back there to give himself some defense, not letting his back exposed to Drew Gulak, because the moment you do that, you know it's very close to being over.
Kingston, of course, he's going to need room to strike. You're going to need to be able to draw back, to set up your back, just to throw a Yakuza kick. So it's really interesting the way that's going to clash against Gulak's smothering style. He'll press you right into the ropes. He's very reluctant to give up a hold once he's got it. Very tenacious and skillful wrestler is Drew Gulak. He broke the test of strength there. He came out on the side. He's got the left wrist of Eddie Kingston right now. Kingston, no slouch in the wrestling department.
Yeah, and here comes those strikes by Eddie Kingston, as you were talking about, that boxing background.
He's the hardest hitter in all of wrestling for my money is Eddie Kingston. He went all the way over the elbow to make that takedown work. Did Gulak. I think he's got a top wrist lock, a little tough to see. He's switching out. He wants Jujigata. Kingston knows it, and he's blocking. He's clasped his hands here, Juan.
Yeah, he's got that grip. It's not... Oh, I spoke too soon.
Well, Gulak converted into a short arm scissor, but he only had it on for a second, and Kingston knew to get away from him. Gulak with a one-footed baseball slide.
Right under that arm of Eddie Kingston.
Well, we talked about how he doesn't give you a moment to breathe. Gulak didn't. If Kingston was looking for a bit of a timeout on the outside, Gulak said no way. He came right after him.
Right.
Look at how he keeps pressing the advantage here.
Even Gulak with the defense of that chop, he was able to get his forearms up and block that, adding more damage to the already damaged arm of Eddie Kingston.
Gulak has not released this grip. He got it on Kingston, and although he's doling out the punch, I think Kingston's trying to bite him there. He's just trying to get rid of Gulak. It's like a pit bull. Once it locks its jaws on you, it's not going to let go, and that's really Gulak's style. Once he gets a grip, He's going to press it. Look at the look of disgust on Gulak's face.
Right, yeah, and you saw there as Eddie threw that chop and even hurt himself, so he may have done more damage than good.
Two great wrestlers here tying it up in a just brutal contest thus far, fans. You see Kingston, they're trying to shake his arm. His right arm has given him a lot of trouble over the last 3 to 4 years. They're trying to shake some feeling back into his extremities. You can sometimes feel that tingling in your fingertips. That's from a pinched nerve in the neck or shoulder area. Gulak has got a top wrist lock, but look how he's wrenched it, Juan.
Yeah,
he's stepping over the top.
The arm's not supposed to bend that way, and no one knows that better than Eddie Kingston right now.
Now he's focusing on the right arm. Earlier we saw the wrist lock on the left, but since Kingston started favoring the right arm, you can see he's trying to feel where that nerve is pinched. And unfortunately, you can feel for that. That's not what's going to do it. Once it becomes inflamed, you're feeling around like that's not going to help you with a pinched nerve. I know this firsthand. I had a lot of trouble with that in my neck for many, many years.
Yes, perhaps he's trying to self-medicate and massage it out.
Right, yeah. I don't know that he's going to have any success doing that.
Right, and not even allowed the time here by Drew Gulak. Ooh, shot right to the neck.
Right, I thought he was trying to maybe cup the eardrum. You pop somebody's eardrum, they're going down hard. Kingston's had that done to him, as has one of his tag team partners, Homicide, had a burst eardrum. Ooh, wildly painful injury to have. Gulak covering him up there, only good for one. Gulak a little surprised by it.
Right, Eddie writhing in pain down here. Not sure if he's going to be able to hit that back fist, maybe if that's what he's going to look for.
Great strategy by Gulak, take the man's finishing move away. A lot of guys, it's a point of pride. They want to win with their finishing move. Well, if you can't execute it, that's going to take that, oh, look at this.
Whoa.
So quick up off the mat. Look at how he came through the groin for added leverage. Great sunset flip by Drew Gulak. And just accelerated that right hand into the mat. He's trying to jam him up. Jam that wrist, jam the fingers, especially if he's already having trouble with feeling his extremities. Now he's going to manipulate the hand. Striking in the short ribs. Look at Kingston, he's growling like a bear.
Yeah, while his shoulder and elbow are getting hyperextended here by Drew Gulak.
Drew Gulak's wrestling a great game here, fans.
Oh, here we go. It might have been turned around. Eddie's about to start striking. Right. Here we go. Corner to corner. Eddie sends Drew into the corner. He's going to follow up, but he gets an elbow for his trouble.
Gulak here's giving a little space. That might be a mistake. Ooh, flying clothesline. Terrific execution from Gulak. Uncharacteristic, in my opinion, of the way Drew typically wrestles, though, but maybe he's trying to mix it up and surprise Kingston.
Rice says too.
Gulak right back to what's been working for him. He's on the right arm. Twisting it up there. Riding high. He went over the hammerlock. I thought he wanted a double wrist lock, but I don't think he can get it. No, he does. He's got a double wrist lock there, fans.
You hear Eddie screaming. You know he's in a lot of pain. This is the arm he's been working on all match. How much more? He's close to that rope. He's got it.
Gulak's going to press the advantage here. He had a perfectly executed double wrist lock. His technique really second to none. I remember this from his days training at the Wrestle Factory. Takes no shortcuts in his technique, does Drew Gulak. A lot of our guys take such great pride in their technical acumen. Drew Gulak is one of them.
Oh, Eddie taking shots down at the leg and knee area of Drew Gulak, trying to break him down.
Right? You can see here Gulak's not wearing any kind of knee pad or knee brace. I think Kingston's really just trying to strike wherever he can get it.
Right.
Like he's got to be a factor here. Oh, I heard that sound for a second. I was worried Eddie Kingston was going to hurl. He just got headbutt in the stomach.
Right. And he still might here.
Yeah. That's the worst. You get a dry heave in the middle of the match. I think you probably know this as well as I do. What a terrible feeling that is.
Absolutely. And
then
this heat.
Draw breath. Ugh.
Right. This heat is not helping anybody, especially not me.
We shouldn't have worn your robe. I think that might have something to do with it.
Well,
jumping in Zagiri here. Back brain kick. Don't know if he got all of it. Kingston's right arm at this point looks like it's almost useless.
Got him down with the DDT, but it might. And I guess it's not enough.
Kingston's a wounded animal here. He's not going to be able to get this face lock or a crossface, whatever he's trying for here. No, he can't. His right arm is just not going to avail him here.
Right, almost useless. You've taken out a number of Eddie's arsenal here with that taking down that arm.
Right, he's not going to be able to lift him to suplex him. What's he looking for here? A bulldog. I don't know that I've ever seen Eddie Kingston use that, but he may not have a choice. He may have to start using moves unfamiliar to him because his right arm's been taken out of play by the strategy of Gulak.
Right.
Really seeing the moves here, the pieces on the chessboard, so to speak. What's been taken out of play? How many pieces have been captured from Kingston's side? Does he have enough left to win this game of human chess, fans?
Eddie's got him in a front face lock, putting him into the corner. He could choke him out here, but it won't matter because he's got him in the ropes. He's got to break that hold. Oh.
Using the right side, and that's a mistake. It's already starting to backfire on him. Eddie knows it.
But for him, he's a creature of habit. He's going to go for what he knows best. But it's coming to backfire, and here it is.
I think you're exactly right. Eddie Kingston is a creature of habit. Gulak going upstairs once again. This is not his forte.
Whoa!
You wouldn't know it from that perfectly executed missile drop kick.
Slow to get the cover, though.
Look at the way he's holding down the right arm, trying to bait Kingston. Exactly right. It's a bait. He wants that double wrist lock. Drew Gulak is wrestling a very smart game here, fans. He could easily pick this one up, put the gentleman's club in the lead over the snake pit anyway with 3 points here.
Eddie's got that rope. Bryce has got to look and break that hold.
Drew Gulak would be very happy to report back to team captain Chuck Taylor that he picked up a win over a former grand champion here. Eddie Kingston hurting here. He is in a bad, bad way, but he wants to continue, indicating he will not quit to referee Bryce Remsburg. Bryce Remsburg saying, "You tell me, do you want to quit?" Eddie Kingston says, "No way."
You would never, ever get Eddie Kingston to tell you he will not compete.
He's a fighter through and through, and despite the fact that his offense can often be brutish, he is a very, very smart competitor in the ring. But this far, I mean, hey, we want to talk about Bobby the Brain points. Drew Gulak is wrestling the perfect game here. I think it's Gulak's match to lose, especially with Kingston injured.
Absolutely, Mike. You said it, and you've pretty much called it as it is here. And Drew Gulak is going to stay on top and keep going to what's got him this far. But look out.
That enziguri was too slow on the execution. He's trying for the Fujiwara armbar, the Wakita-gatame as it's sometimes known. He's not high enough on the shoulder, but he doesn't need to be.
Yeah, the damage is already done. The smallest tweak of the elbow or the shoulder will create enough pain.
Gulak's really frustrated. I don't blame him. You're not going to need a perfect hold on that right arm to get a submission. Although, I got to say, I would be genuinely surprised to see Eddie Kingston submit.
Right. Although I have personally seen Eddie Kingston submit.
Is that right?
That's right, when I locked him into the Coronado. Whoa!
The back
got that back fist.
But there wasn't enough on it.
Right. His arm's already hurt.
It took just a second for him to cover, and the left arm of Kingston came up off the mat. Really rough exchange of strikes there. Kingston at 100% throwing a back fist like that, a normal man would be unconscious. But the damage was done, and Gulak was able to absorb it and answer with a lariat. But he was stunned. It took him several seconds to cover. That was the difference maker.
Yep. Going right back to that arm there.
Eddie Kingston just said, "You're going to have to tear it off." Well, Drew Gulak will oblige you, my friend, more than any wrestler I know. You give Drew Gulak the opportunity, he'll rip that limb right from its socket.
Dr. Drew Gulak coming in here to amputate Eddie Kingston's arm.
With his surgical-like precision, Drew Gulak continues the onslaught on the right arm. He's manipulating it, looking once again for a top wrist lock. Kingston wants no part of that.
Oh, shots here to the head. Eddie just egging him on.
Boy.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Oh, he got him. He baited him in.
Look at this.
This is what he wanted.
A power bomb. You can see he's trying to shake his right hand. He needs the feeling to come back into it. Some of these moves just aren't going to happen.
Right.
What's it going to be? Northern Lights bomb?
Oh, there it is.
Stuffed him. Could that be all?
Oh, no.
Kingston's going right to the heavy artillery here. He cannot mess around.
Look at that arm, Mike. He can barely even lift it. Going for that back fist, and he got it.
Can he hold off the pain long enough? He's trapping that arm in. Backdrop driver. Gulak tried to protect his head. I think he's on Dream Street. Look at him. He looks knocked loopy.
That's it.
Eddie Kingston pulled that one out of thin air. Knocked Drew Gulak for a loop after Gulak wrestled a near-perfect game.
incredible.
Eddie Kingston earned every bit of that point for the snake pit.
Well, fans, if you want to follow in the footsteps of guys like Drew Gulak and Eddie Kingston, find out more about training with us at thewrestlefactory.com. And then I'm going to see you back here next Monday, because every single Monday in 2016, we're posting up another free match to our YouTube channel. It's Free Match Monday, and I'll see you next week.